the way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team to 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
1st down, and they'll try to run the option left. Past the 20, Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu. 47 yards, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a
rush coming, and he's taken down. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Okafor. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. Is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On play action, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. The 40, 30, 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Mahomes now to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Under 10. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They run. Devontae Freeman. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 49 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Kansas City's offense coming back onto the field, and they are doing so at 4-1. As we discussed earlier in the broadcast, a really surprising loss in Week 5 at home to Indianapolis, 19-13. And now 2-5 in primetime games the last couple of years, so they haven't been good under the bright lights, which is really where you would assume this crew would excel. But next up, they'll be home again to face the Texans, at the Broncos on a Thursday night, and then home again against Green Bay. So a couple of tough ones in there. And one interesting note, they snapped a streak of 25 straight games with 25 points or more when they only a gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Williams. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, We'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Directly over him. Touchdown, Falcons. How about that? Their quarterback. 30 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Williams loses the football, and the Falcons grab it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Second and 3. Looking end zone for Jones. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The second down pass intended for...
It was out. You got me messed up.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Oh my God,
it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense?
Oh,
right
I
there?
missed.
The zone was
I
absolutely
missed.
locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third
I
down.
missed
But if
it
there's
by
a time
an
to force,
inch.
you felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And a scrimmage. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
You're not scoring on my turf, buddy boy. Running this back. Called it.
And it's fourth down.
Running it back. As long as they don't kick it out of bounds.
Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you say? Oh, and this is going to wind up.
That's gay.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth
just
more
caught
than
the
2,
ball
maybe 4
and then
points.
I think he's got a great
it
point.
took me
I
out.
really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up
Alright,
it
I'll
to
get the
6.
ball back.
I'm a former defender.
Oh,
To me,
you
that's
got
like
lucky.
scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy
I can tell when they lined up like that.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if some guys are going to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
Second down pass.
You lost the ball, you dumbass.
It's incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd
You just got knocked off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got to knock the fuck out of him.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Fat shit got the ball.
As a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Sorry, I'm gone.
Well, you know,
I'm gone.
down your
I got blockers. Why did I juke in?
I'm Brandon Goddard. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well.
Boom.
And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Boom. Boom. I'm about to hurdle someone's sight.
This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley.
That's the best pass.
36 yards.
Hey, give me a nugget. Give me a nugget. Oh, bitches love me.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson.
Touchdown!
And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line.
Touchdown!
And a try for 2, unsuccessful. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though,
touchdown Falcons.
And I think that in most places on
touchdown
the field,
Falcons.
if you have that much time to throw the ball,
this is
someone's going to shake
easy. Let's go, baby.
Open receiver, but condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion. All that extra, you know, there's not any extra field, so it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people. Find some other playmakers. But always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
Don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards. 10 touchdowns and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends. Attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason. And that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
I don't want to fall asleep.
Mahomes to throw once more. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it to Williams.
Pick up the ball.
He loses the football.
Run that shit.
Run
that shit.
And the Falcons grab it.
Go.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
My boy has a
big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
It's still the second quarter.
And that drives coaches insane,
and I just baked the game.
It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The clock should be gone.
Now on first down.
And
he finds his running back, Hyde. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. So we're at halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Mahomes dropping one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
Come on, Ed.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now. It's Thompson.
Let's go.
In on the stop, Devontae Casey.
I'm the best.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
Complete here. It's high.
Boom. Get chopped.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll get about 4 here, down at the 43-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop
into double coverage and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Gets it off to Freeman. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You see me? You see me?
Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it.
I gotta end it right here, guys. I'm sorry.